There's huge windows, but you can't open them. That's a big minus for me.
And there are studies that if you live over like 80 floors, like
you'll die. Welcome to YouTube's favorite K-pop show, DK News. Danny Kim,
David.
Today we have lots and lots of hot ass tea. First off, Kim Hee-chan announces war against hate comments and also gets into an argument with a male feminist.
And next up, G-Dragon flexes his new home and guess how much it is.
And last but not least, Black is releasing a song or kind of releasing a song. Wow. And on to the first news. Kim Hee-chan is out to get your ass if you're a hate commenter, because Super Junior's Kim Hee-chan has declared a war against hate commenters and is real serious. This is a series of events that all started on April 20th. Kim Hee-chan appeared on a variety show and talked about the passing of Kuara and Seoul, and he stated that he was angered by how the public started making it into a whole gender war. Everybody was claiming that the other gender was the one to blame for their deaths. In reality, both men and women posted hate comments towards the two celebrities and were both causes. So Heechul stated that this shouldn't be about pointing fingers. Is it the men's fault or the women's fault? And it's the fault of everybody who was involved. And I think that's a fair point to make, you know, regardless of which gender you are.
Yeah.
Now, this caught the eye of a renowned feminist journalist named Wee Kun-hoo. Do you know him?
Yeah.
He's pretty famous around the feminism community. He posted the next day on his Instagram, while it is true that both men and women have their fault in these cases, it's a leap to say that it's both the fault of men and women regarding the gender conflicts. Even if both men and women wrote hate comments, the comments and the issues that went public regarding Kuhara and Seoul were male-centric dialogues. Now, I don't know what that means, but on this post, Kim Hee-chan was kind of angry and annoyed, and he commented to Wee Kun-hoo, "Hey, a criminal is a criminal regardless of gender. My colleagues and I, who are close to the two, are still hurt by their passing, and don't dare mention their names lightly. Who are you to use them in these shit posts? Don't use the dead as fodder for your fight."
How did he phrase shitpost in Korean?
Saji르다.
Oh.
He was very pissed off.
Okay.
Of course, a lot of Wee Kun-hoo's followers who are primarily feminists, they didn't take this comment too lightly, as obviously they're his followers and they're going to defend him, right? And they decided to bombard him with a lot of hate comments. They're like attacking Kim Hee-chan right now. And they're calling him a Hannam and whatever. However, Kim Hee-chan didn't stop there. Later that day, he went on his forum on DC Inside, a popular online community, and said, "I criticize all the hate commenters regardless of their gender. I was talking about how disgusted I was at the people trying to point their fingers at each other's deaths, saying it was the men's fault or the women's fault. Then this so-called journalist was using the names of the dead to support his arguments, and it made me sick. He probably has no idea why Kuara and Seoul were having a hard time. He probably has never even seen them before." And then he also went on saying, man, he was really angry. "After the deaths, I don't really care about my celebrity career anymore. I received therapy because I was having such a hard time. And if you see any hate comments about me, please send them to me, as I will make sure to punish them through my lawyer." Kim Hee-chan also went on Twitch and said he was going to hand over any hate comments to the police. He had a special message for the hate commenters. He said,
나는 선처 아예 할 생각도 없어요. 선처할 거면 이렇게 일을 터뜨렸다기보다는 이런 걸 아예 하지도 않았지. 지들끼리 계속 그렇게 화력 모으고 단합하라 그래요. 그 단합을 이제 또 경찰서에서도 또 자기들 뭐 가족 앞에서도 그렇게 단합력을 보여줄 수 있는지는 그거는 경찰서에서도 단합들 하시고.
Wow.
So that's the entire story. Obviously, he's not joking around. I think he was also talking about how a good tactic for celebrities to utilize is giving all the money that they receive from a lawsuit for defamation and these hate commenters to the lawyer, so that the lawyer will have a lot of incentive to win the case. I think Kim Hee-chan is out there just trying to get the root of this problem out, but obviously it's probably not going to work. But apart from the legal measures, what do you think would be a good way to handle hate commenters for celebrities?
I think he's doing the right thing.
Okay.
This is a tactic IU has been using in the past. She's well known for going full on hate commenters and just exposing them.
Kim Hee-chan actually mentioned IU.
Oh, really? So IU has been giving that good example. Kim Hee-chan's following it. The public usually had this agenda saying
oh, the celebrities, live off our fame and love, so they don't have any right to sue hate commenters. That's part of their job, blah blah blah.
But at the same time, people are acknowledging that celebrities are human too, and they get hurt, and they have every right to defend themselves legally and blah blah blah. So I think the mass opinion is changing too. I think this is all in a good direction. About the feminist article person, I read his article, his post or whatever. I mean, he did have logic. I don't want to support his intentions and all, but at the same time, as Kim Heechul pointed out, it kind of looked dirty, or using those subjects to like, improve his career or something. Like
I don't want to go that far.
He kind of looked like he was on a high horse. Like he was like an educational person trying to like, criticize all these things happening. So
I mean, I
it
think,
kind of looked like a jerk move.
Well, here's the thing. I personally, I don't agree with whatever the feminist guy was saying. However, I don't think it was like a jerk move. I personally feel like he wasn't personally attached to the situation. So obviously he's gonna look at it from a third point of view, from a journalist point of view. Meanwhile, Kim Heechul is personally related to, so he was
a little emotional.
Right. He was going to be emotional.
So I think the ideal situation or scenario here, the feminist poster, he could have been very neutral and not used those names and said like, oh, recent events of like celebrities that blah blah blah.
He actually made a screen cap of the show.
That would have been way better. I didn't really like using those names as well. It kind of gave me an uncomfortable feeling.
You made David uncomfortable. How dare you?
Yeah,
The ironic thing is that Kim Heechul said like, oh hey, boys and girls, stop fighting against each other. Well, that comment made the boys and girls fight against each other even more. Do you think the gender wars in Korea will get worse in Korea this year?
I think it's never going to get better.
Oh, it's gonna get progressively worse.
In history, it's like a restoration process. So females are just trying to find their rightful rights and their opinions that were deprived from the past in the first place. The public opinion and the amount of it's just going to get bigger, and then the opposite side is just going to get bigger as well. So I don't think the gender conflicts are going to get better, but at the same time, well, women's rights will go up. So
okay,
yeah,
good for women.
Next news. G-Dragon flexes his new house, and guess how much it is?
$20 million? I don't know rich people money.
But anyway, on the 26th, Big Bang's leader G-Dragon climbed up to the real-time search ranking on Naver, and it was because of him moving to his new house. Wow. According to Sports World and thousands of other news sources, GD has moved from his current luxury apartment located in Seongsu Galleria Forest. That is a very expensive house. You have a nice-ass whole park right in front of your place.
It's like you're living in Central Park.
Yeah, and you have a gallery and you have exhibitions and all these. He moved from there to the newly constructed 9-1 Hannam, and apparently media got to know where his house was by his recent Instagram posts and pictures that GD uploaded, seemingly flexing his new house and interior. On the side note, many fans noticed among the pics he posted there was a painting which supposedly had 5 members of Big Bang in it.
OT5 gang.
Giving warm feels to the OT5 VIPs.
He's not gonna take out Seungmi.
Of course he's not. Like the whole years, like 10 years plus. So anyways, according to the reports, this new residence complex, 9-1 Hannam, has around 335 luxury houses. Of course, GD chose the most expensive option, 1 out of the 10 existing super penthouses. Woo! Super penthouses. Currently, the market price is formed around 9 billion won, which is 7 million USD.
Pretty humble considering he's cheater.
I've calculated on my current salary and income, and then I have to live like 3 lives up to like 100 years old to earn that money.
Well, you're not G-Dragon.
Capitalism, that's how it works.
Oh, I hate capitalism.
Yeah. Other celebrities like Baeongjun, like Yoon Sama, and Chang Yun-jung, the trot queen, are going to move in as well. Fun fact about this residence is that the current price is not actually considered an accurate pricing of the houses, because the reason is that due to the government's housing plan, there's a restriction or cap on starting prices for newly built houses. Thus, 9-1 Hannam made some like trick moves and decided not to sell the newly built house residences to avoid the cap, and actually rented the houses with a 4-year contract. This way, the actual prices of the houses can bypass the initial price cap. In conclusion, experts are saying the prices will skyrocket over time. 9-1 Hannam has officially become the most expensive residence in Korea, followed by second place, guess where it is?
Galleria Forest.
Yeah, where GD previously used to live.
How much is that?
The average house is like 44억.
Okay, so about $4 million.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive.
I guess he was living in a penthouse there too. So the number 3 expensive place in Korea is Hannam Do-Hill, which is located right across the street from 9-1 Hannam, where many other celebrities, including BTS, live. So in conclusion, GD moved from the most expensive apartment to the newly built most expensive apartment. Wow! Not surprising. lies.
Rich
though.
people lie.
After this article, there were like mixed reactions from people. Like some people were just like, "Oh, my stomach hurts.
Let's
oh,
nuke that place.
When do we
I need
would
to
live that
start
life?
a revolution."
Oh, how?" Some other people were like, "Wow, like are these articles and reporters using his fame to increase the value of this whole apartment residence?"
I don't think that's really gonna affect the value of that apartment that much, because typical K-pop fan is not gonna be like, "Oh my god, my oppa's living there. I'm gonna be buying that house."
But it is a
What?
known fact. Well, first of all, the fact is like everyone in Korea knows that house's name right now.
Yeah,
And
okay, so
it's
it
well known.
has
It
been
did have an
marketing,
effect,
yeah.
and there are also rumors and like in the market that there are deals for celebrities to actually live in those residences. They cut down some like prices for the houses so that it can get more publicity, and then that kind of stuff. But I don't think it applies for Hannam-do Hill or 9-1, like these.
I mean, those
super
are
luxury places.
Those places anyone would want to live.
Yeah, but since GD lives there, it's like a place like, wow, G-Dragon lives there. And then,
Actually, I watch a lot of YouTube, real estate YouTube.
why?
I don't know. It just makes me feel happy, yo. It makes me feel like I want to start a communist revolution. I watch a lot of like super high-end penthouses.
Why?
I've seen Galleria 4A. I've seen the insides of Hannam-do Hill. I know that place
Why,
inside and
though?
out. Okay,
That's
I'm gonna
the real
critique
question.
the top 3 penthouses in
Okay.
Korea. Okay, so first of all, Hannam-do Hill. I personally feel like that's not a great place in terms of the interiors and the facilities.
Yeah.
It's a little bit on the old
it's old,
side,
yeah.
and it doesn't have a view. That's the biggest issue.
no.
And the great things about Hannam-do Hill is the community, and it's also like by the mountains, so you
Yeah.
can go like hiking and shit.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like Hannam-do Hill. Galleria 4A, I think personally is the best rich people apartment.
Really?
It's right in front of Seoul Forest. Literally, you ride down the elevator, Seoul Forest is right in front of your door in the lobby. That fact alone.
I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do. Are you gonna roll in the forest every day? And
you have
go,
a dog. You have a big
Oh, so
dog.
you live for your dog.
Rich people have big dogs,
I don't
okay?
know.
And there's lots of rich people, hot people living in that neighborhood. It's right in the center of the city. And then there's like Lotte Signal, which is in Lotte Tower.
Yeah.
Personally, I really like the view, but it's really high up in the skyscraper. There's huge
yeah.
windows, but you can't open them. That's a big minus
And there are
for me.
studies that if you live over like 80 floors, like
You'll die?
No, the pressure is gonna affect your
and
health or
you're
something.
gonna die. And also, bad thing is like the location. The traffic there is terrible. Right?
But
The
there's
metro.
so much stuff over there. Like you have
I mean,
a
you
whole
don't-
like
okay,
mall,
so-
and, like everything.
So here's the reviews from rich people living in that place. I feel like they're Rapunzel. Okay, they're up high. It's very difficult to get down. You actually have to transfer an elevator. 41st floor is the lobby, so you have to like go up to the 41st
Yeah,
floor
transfer.
to transfer to your elevator going up to your floor. So if you want like order chicken, you have to make a transfer to the elevator. It's a hassle. So personally, Galleria 4A, and I think 9-1 is gonna be the new Galleria 4A.
Yeah, you should
Does
look at
9-1
the
have a
community
view?
center. Yeah,
It doesn't have a view.
It has the
Hangang view?
no, the Hannam-dong, like all these
I
small
don't-
little.
I don't like that
that
view.
view. Is kind of-
Galleria view is like insane,
Well,
man.
my pick. I don't know why we're
Okay.
going on real estate.
We're never
here,
gonna
but
buy this
my-
shit.
we-
I don't know why
we
we're
rambled
talking
too much about real estate.
houses that we will never be able to buy. But Blackpink has a new song, kind of, with Lady Gaga. So a few episodes ago, we talked about the possibility of Blackpink coming back this year. Well, Blackpink does have a song coming out soon, now with none other than the Lady Gaga. So the track list for Lady Gaga's 6th studio album titled Chromatica was revealed a few days ago, and it features a song with Blackpink called Sour Candy.
Sour candy. Oh,
I
is
wonder what-
Blackpink sour?
Now, this album has a very packed feature list with top artists in the pop scene, such as Elton John,
Wow.
Ariana Grande, and Sophie. Do you know Sophie?
Nope.
She helped produce ITZY's track
Really?
on their latest
Oh, she's
album.
a producer.
It's called 24 Hours.
Okay.
Yes. The album was set to release on April 10th, but because of the you-know-what, it's been delayed. Now, to have a collaboration with Lady Gaga, I think this is a very big feat in K-pop. And I think this is the biggest collaboration. Most high-profile artist that's collab with a
Well,
K-pop
Crayon
artist.
Pop did did a collaboration with Lady Gaga before, so
Oh, really? Oh, right.
go watch our way tea time video.
Yes. Oh, did she talk about Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
Oh, did they meet Lady Gaga?
Yeah, they performed together.
Anyway, I think this is a very big event,
Yeah.
regardless of whether it's an actual Blackpink release or not.
Yep.
I'm very excited, but at the same time, I hope that this is not like some sort of like, oh, here's Rosé's Christmas cover song.
Oh.
Before we get like an angry mob going on YG's
Right.
building again. How effective do you think these collaborations with Western artists
Oh,
are?
they are really effective. Like,
Really?
just looking at myself, like I don't know any of these like artists that BTS collabed with before, like Log.
No, I mean the other way around. I'm talking about the other way around. Is it good for the K-pop artist? Is it more like bragging rights and inner publicity where you know,
Yeah.
YG can go to other Korean news sources and say like, oh hey, we
Yeah,
did
that's
a
the
Lady
case.
Gaga
That
collab.
has always been the case. I haven't seen vice versa in
The other
any
way, yeah.
examples. So that will be the case, and it's gonna be like Dua Lipa, kiss and make love, makeup stuff.
My personal favorite collab with Western artists is actually Dua Lipa's Physical with
Yeah.
Pasa.
Hwaza did a collab with Blackpink.
No, Dua Lipa. Okay, you're not well, that's enough for DK News today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And please
Why
buy
don't
my-
you finish your words?
Buy this. We're having this on sale for a week only, so
Yeah.
go buy this yellow special quackary.
But wait, like going back to the Blackpink thing, like,
jeez.
so will we see a Blackpink Lady Gaga Coachella stage?
If there is a Coachella, I mean, it's not uncommon for Coachella and these music festivals to have artists from the different lineups join.
Oh, so
the stage?
Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga,
Yeah.
Blackpink.
I think the stages like Coachella are where it's at.
Yeah.
Because like if you see last year Blackpink's stage in Coachella, it was like amazing.
It was good.
And music festivals, they let you discover a lot of new music, a lot of artists that you probably would never listen to, and especially for K-pop, you really have to see it to really get into it. So I think more artists should be doing music festivals. Hopefully next year when there are some. But that's it for DK News. Go buy our merch, and we'll see you guys next time. Patreon.com/DKDKTV. Bye bye.
Bye.